Welcome back guys in another YouTube video. Now in today's video I'm going to be explaining types of market analysis. So for you who have a lot of questions on this particular topic, market analysis, stay with me till the end of this video. I think you will have learned a lot. Now if you're there and you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel and also like this video, plus sharing this video, and also commenting down the description if you feel that the information you have learned in this video is so valuable. So do like and subscribe to this video, and also we recommend you to use our reliable forex broker, which is Infinix Capture. At the moment is the best broker we are recommending all our students to use. Now without wasting time, I think let me jump into my notes and start this video. Now, types of market analysis. To begin, let's look at the three ways on how you would analyze and develop ideas to the trade or to the market. There are basically three types of market analysis. First, we have what we call technical analysis. Secondly, we have what we call fundamental analysis, and third, we have what we call sentimental analysis. So I'm going to be breaking down all these three types of analysis, and you try to differentiate between technical analysis and fundamental analysis plus sentimental analysis. So you have to differentiate all these things, all these types of analysis, because each type of analysis differentiates another figure or a different figure. Now, the first is technical analysis in this video. Now, what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is the framework in which traders study price movement. The theory is that a person can look at historical price movement and determine the current price of the trading market. Trading conditions and potential price movement. The main evidence for using technical analysis is that theoretically all current market information is reflected in price. Now let me first explain this. When we are focusing on technical analysis, remember we are focusing on a chart. Now when you're focusing on a chart, you are looking at different aspects. We have what we call, you can be focusing on chart patterns. Another thing, you can be focusing on what we call candlestick patterns. Also, you can be focusing on what we call, it can be the exchange rates or the price levels. Now, you determining this price, we mostly highly recommend you to keep on backtesting. Now, backtesting, this means you are going to take your time, scroll back and analyze the market, how it has been working all along, like 3 years back, till you backtest and come back to the current market price of that particular day. You'll find most of the patterns, let me say, the market makes a lot of head and shoulders pattern. You'll find a head and shoulders pattern which was made in 2017. It can reflect back the same pattern, the same movement, the same candlestick patterns can be made back in the current market price or day. So you perfecting your technical analysis by focusing on candlestick patterns, focusing on what we call chart patterns, you can find a way of being profitable through this analysis. Now, information reflected in price. If price reflects all the information that is out there, then price action is all one would really need to make a trade. After making your analysis and you get the confirmations of placing a trade, that means you are ready to trade that day. Why? You have tried to read these price movements of the market according or comparing them to the historical price movements which the market made back in the days. Now, technical analysis look for similar patterns that have formed in past and will form trade. Now, technical analysis look for similar patterns that have formed in the past. These patterns, it's what I was trying to explain. They can be head and shoulders pattern, they can be wedges, they can be double tops, they can be flags. So you have to find a particular pattern which is basically forming at that moment and which basically attaches with your trading style. So for technical analysis, it's all about you backtesting that chart, looking for patterns if you're trading patterns, or looking for candlestick patterns, or drawing your trend line. Now, technical analysis is all about you playing around with the market by using the tools which are in our MetaTrader 4 software or applications. Now, ideas believing that price will act the same way that it did before. History tends to repeat itself. Now, history always repeats itself when you are focusing on the technical analysis. Now, I have a little bit illustration of the technical analysis. I think you can see this chart. We have sort of like trend lines, we have horizontal lines, we have candlestick patterns, we have zones. Now, technical analysis, you mostly focus on what we call chart, obvious case chart patterns, candlesticks, trend lines, horizontal lines, zones. So it's what you specifically focus on. Then number 2 is fundamental analysis. Now, fundamental analysis is the way of looking at the market by analyzing economic and social politic forces that affects the supply and demand of an asset. If you think about it, this determines price. Using demand and supply as an indicator of where price could be heading is easy. The hard part is analyzing all the factors that affect supply and demand. In other words, you have to look at different factors to determine whose economy is rocking. You have to understand the reasons of how and why certain events, an increase in unemployment affects a country or economy, and the demand of its currency. The idea behind this type of analysis is that if a country's current or future economy outlook is good, their currency should strengthen. The better shape a country's economy is, the more foreign business and investors will invest in that country. This results in the need to purchase that country's currency to obtain those assets. What are they trying to explain here? And I'm going to break down in brief. Technical analysis mostly we focus on what we call economical and social news being brought out by the different sectors. It can be institutions, it can be companies, it can be media figures. So when you are focusing on fundamental analysis, we focus mostly on news. In brief, we focus on news. Now, this news, they can be affecting these particular stocks or currency pairs or other instruments. It can be gold, it can be anything else, because this news mainly they focus on currency pairs which we normally trade. Now, if I give you a little bit example, if let me say Joe Biden is currently the president of America, if he comes out and focus on speaking out on the US dollar, that means the US dollar, if the interest rates are high, that means the US dollar is gaining strength. But if the interest rates are low, that means the US dollar is losing strength. Now, for the people or for the traders who are trading the US dollar at the moment, you'll find a way whereby you're going to find the dollar is collapsing or gaining value. Now, what does that mean? If you're trading the US dollar, if you're trading Euro stock with the USD, you'll find if the USD is losing value, you'll find Euro USD euro stroke USD, you'll find it's dropping, and you find USD stroke Canadian dollar or USD stroke Japanese yen, it is gaining value. Why? The other side currency pairs are losing value, the other side currency pairs are gaining value. So it's just the interchange. It's you have to analyze the economic calendar from Monday to Friday and see what news are being released out. Now you relate this news with the currency pairs you're going to be trading. So if you're a trader, we advise you to focus on the fundamental analysis, because fundamental analysis, when you look at one of the things which push the market to move, we have what we call fundamental analysis, which comes with a lot of volatility. Now you'll find the currency pair has moved, let me say, like 100 pips just in 10 minutes. That means that volatility, it has come along with fundamental or economical and social news. Let me hope we are together. Now the last one on our list is what we call sentiment analysis. Now market sentiment analysis determines whether the market is bullish or bearish on the current or future fundamental outlook. Earlier we said that the price should theoretically accurate, reflect all available market information. Unfortunately for us traders, it isn't that simple. The market do not simply reflect all the information out there, because traders will all just act the same way. Of course, that isn't how things work. Now for sentiment analysis, for you to be on a safer side, you make your analysis. After making your analysis, you combine your technical analysis with the fundamental analysis. Now you combining the two, the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis, that's what we call the sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis, if you have made your technical analysis and you realize that JBP-USD is gonna buy next week, and you look on the economic calendar and you find there is no news for JBP-USD, then what you have to focus on is finding a way where, how are other traders in the whole world focusing on JBP-USD. There is a website we recommend you to use. It's called Commitment of Traders. You can approach that website and see how institutional traders, mainly institutional traders who come in the market with big loads of money, and you see their outlook on JBP-USD. If the buying, or if the number of buyers focusing on JBP-USD next week is more than the number of traders who are currently focusing on selling that currency pair JBP-USD, that means whether what JBP-USD next week might fake out to sell, but you'll find the major overall trend it will buy. Why? When you looked at your sentiment analysis, you found out that most of the traders in the whole world, they are focusing on buying JBP-USD. They are not focusing on selling JBP-USD. Now, because we have three types of traders in this world, types of trading in this world, you will find when you go in the sentimental analysis, focusing on the commitment of traders, you'll find there is a number of traders who are deciding to buy that currency. You'll find there is a number of traders who are deciding to sell that currency. You also find a number of traders who haven't confirmed where that currency pair is heading. But our main issue, or our main focus, we focus on the number of traders who are likely to buy that currency. Let me say you have made your analysis and you want JBP-USD to buy, and you find there is a lot of traders who would like to buy that same pair next week, and there is a small amount of traders who are focusing to sell. So that means that currency pair has to buy next week, because the major overall number of traders in the whole world, they are focusing on buying it. So for those who have stayed up to the end of this video, I think now you can differentiate between these three types of analysis: market analysis, whereby we have technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentiment analysis. So we thank you for those who haven't subscribed to our video. I think subscribe now to our channel and also like this video so many times. And also recommend you to use our reliable forex broker, which is Infinix Capital, and also hit the links in the description and follow us on our social media handles. Make sure that you are one of the subscribers so that you can be notified whenever we upload a new video like this. Fixed Lives Your Mentors signing out.